Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all had a blessed weekend. The weekends go by so quickly. My daughter went out of town this weekend to Albany, New York. She's the one that has two sons that lives here with us. She took one son with her. She bought a house in Albany, New York, and she went to go visit her new home. So she's not going to officially move for 4 more years till her son is out of school. So maybe a little less than 4 years. So he's in ninth grade now. So she's got a few more years before she can officially move there. But she bought this house without actually physically seeing it. She did have a friend that sent her pictures and went to go visit the house and videotaped it and everything. And that's how she made her decision on if she wanted to buy it or not. So she hasn't come back home yet. I go pick her up tonight at 10 o'clock, so I'll get all the juicy details about how the house was. So she needs to go visit during the winter time when it gets really, really cold there and see how she's going to like living there in the cold. Anyway, the grandson that was left here with us had a busy weekend, so I had to wake up really early to make sure that he had everything he needed. He's so self-sufficient. He can do everything himself. He'll be 17 in December. So Friday he had band, and he had to get up really early to. They were playing, and they had to be at the school by I think 5 o'clock. So I got up really early to make sure he had some breakfast, make sure, everything was going smooth, that he was wide awake, and he could have done it all by himself. But, it's so funny. If I tell myself, you need to wake up at 4 o'clock, I'll wake up at 4 o'clock. So on Saturday, he had to wake up he told me he was going to wake up around 3:30. So I woke up at 3:25. He was already up. And I just told myself I better wake up at 3:25, and I just wake up. That I never really need an alarm clock. I don't know why that is, but I can just wake up on cue. Anyway, he was going to a band competition on Saturday to McAllen, Texas. It's like, I don't know. I think where they were, it was like 4.5 hour drive. So he had to be at the school to help with loading all the bus and everything at like 20 till 5. So we got up early, made him some breakfast, and got him out the door, made sure he had everything that he needed, and he got out the door. So I haven't had a whole lot of sleep. I tried to go back to sleep. I might go back to sleep for 2 hours or something. So in the last couple of days, I've had, 4 or 5 hours sleep. But that's enough for me, actually. But it's been broken up. But he did very good. His band got second place in their competition. So they did very, very well. But he was up for over 24 hours. He came back on Sunday at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I made him breakfast again. I'm just cooking this guy breakfast. So I made him bacon and eggs and toast. He ate it, took a shower, went to bed, slept for 9 hours, then got up and went to his father's house. His father was out of town this weekend too. That's why he was with me, but he was coming back within a few hours, so he went home. So he's gone home already. I love doing things for my grandchildren. Y'all know how wonderful it is to have grandchildren, and it's really can be hard to connect with them, but giving them food and hugs and, doing little things like that for them, that's something we can do, and that's my way of connecting with my grandkids is just feeding them. They know if they go to grandma's house, they're going to get fed. So that's what I do. That's my thing. Okay, you guys, so it is past 2 o'clock here in the afternoon. The weather is starting to change a little bit. Now, in McAllen, my grandson said it was over 100 degrees there. It was very, very hot. That's even more southern than we are. It's right at the border, And today it's 89 degrees, and it's a little after 2, so that's pretty good here. That's much, much cooler than it's been. We are supposed to get a cold front coming in this week. By Thursday, the high is supposed to only be 81, and they're saying this Saturday the high will only be at 68 now. Let's see if that really happens, but I surely hope that it's that cool. That would be just wonderful. So today, when I was putting on some makeup and getting ready to come talk to you guys, I never know what I'm really going to talk about until, I get a download. So I got a download while I was putting on my makeup. I had to stop and just accept the download. And I'm going to tell y'all what that is. Many of you, like me, have noticed that the days are just fleeing by, and you ask yourself, should I be working on myself? Should I be getting in touch with my spirit guides? Should I be listening to my higher self? Should I have a better rapport with the universe, God? Or should I spend each and every moment that I can with the people that I love? Love always wins. As we age and we have more years behind us than ahead of us, it's really natural to question one's beliefs. Please remember, intention is the key here. It's not what your religion is or what you believe, the way that you worship God. It is your belief. That's, and you put that intention out there. Your belief system should go hand in hand with your intention. Because pure intentions of love, kindness, compassion is your way to know if you need to work on yourself or not. Your true self is full of love, full of kindness, compassion, and you know yourself, and you know if there's a need for some inner work. You can meditate, pray. My heart is open to feeling who I truly am. I ask for help. I call upon my spirit guides, God, Jesus, the universe, in helping me align with my true essence and to complete the lessons that I'm here to experience. Now, some of you are alone, and you say, well, there's no one here to love me, and there's no one here for me to love. But having coffee with your neighbor is loving and compassionate. Sharing a recipe with a young person is loving and compassionate. You may be shopping in the grocery store and notice somebody looking at a certain item that you are familiar with and say, you know what I do with this? You know what kind of recipe I use? That's very loving and compassionate. There's so many ways to show love to a person. Giving somebody a compliment can change their day. Sharing your experiences can have a positive influence and lift someone up. And you have a lot to share. Even a smile and a simple thank you is a loving act and can change a person's day. Rescuing an animal is very loving, and that animal will fill you up with unconditional love. No matter how old you are or how much time you have left in this world, leave behind a loving footprint. When you carry love in your heart and your intuition, intentions are kind, loving, know that you are in touch with your true essence. And as you go about your day, lift your thoughts up in love. Reject or replace negative thoughts with happy, uplifting thoughts. This is how you can do that inner work, without really meditating and a lot of prayer. You can do that just by transforming a thought. Now, it takes a little practice, a little time to train yourself and learn to redirect these thoughts, but this will allow your heart to expand and open and experience more love in your life. When your life is full of love, kindness, compassion, all the doubts that you have will just melt away. You know, the fear of, am I doing enough? Should I? Would I? Could I? It'll just melt away. You'll stop worrying about your beliefs. Love yourself unconditionally. You came here to learn, and so maybe you made a few mistakes. That's the way that you learn, and that's okay. Let go and feel the love of God, the universe, your heavenly family. You are perfect and complete just the way that you are. So I hope that message resonates with you guys and opens your heart up and helps you create the life that you want to live. Okay, guys, I was talking to my daughter. She actually stopped by yesterday, Sunday football. We were watching football, and at halftime, they zoomed over here. Dallas Cowboys, they're doing so good. We're watching them every weekend, and they're doing great. So they won the game. They won the game yesterday, so that was good. But my daughter brought up something that is so true and made me really start thinking about it. So I wanted to pass this along to you guys. It's something that she saw. I don't know where she saw it on, maybe on TikTok or, but she was talking about how the United States is so isolated with our news, and our news is all about our politics, 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 and we're not really hearing about what's going on in other countries, the struggles that they're having, because we're having a lot of struggles here and we think it's just us. It's not. And we're so isolated and we can't even think about other people. And that's why, a lot of people are coming to this country. We're getting this flood of immigrants is because there's so much going on in the world right now. There's so much poverty. The economies are doing terrible. And even though we're having, a tough time, maybe paying our electric bill, I could say that, or, our grocery prices, our gas prices are risen, but not to the degree as they have in other places and other countries. So there's a lot of things going on, and I want to challenge you guys to just go and watch some news, go online, go on Google, just Google different news organizations that are outside of the United States, because we are so insulated, you guys. It's crazy. It really is. So there's a lot of things going on in the world. There was a fire in Egypt. Turkey is bombing northern Iraq. Africa is still fighting malaria, and they're, having to give second inoculations for it. It's a huge problem. And for the first time in 20 years, malaria has been detected in Florida and Texas. There's some 5 cases, although they are recovering, thank goodness. And in Nigeria, it was the 63rd anniversary of their Independence Day, but they're not so happy. They really aren't. There's so much poverty. There's, their economy is in free fall. It's about to collapse. It's in shambles. So you think it's bad here? Take a look at what the other countries are facing, like Nigeria. There's political turmoil in all countries, and we're all in this together. We really are. You think we're not, but we are all in this together. Do you remember back last year? I don't know if you guys heard about this or not. In Indonesia, that football game that they had, it was on October 2nd in 2022. The police fired tear gas in the stands, and it killed like 135 people. 400 people were injured, and I mean, it killed children, parents, everybody. It was just horrible, horrible. And it was the anniversary, and they gathered around the stadium where this happened, and they had a prayer vigil. And, you know, they've never really received justice for this, and the people are, you know, just in such turmoil. They set the stadium on fire. Yeah, there's this angst going on all over the world. There really is. So y'all, you guys need to know that there's something going on around the whole world, and it's not just here. It's not just the people. It's not just, you know, people here feeling outraged. It's everywhere. And then we still have COVID to deal with. COVID is still out there. Um, you know, I've been vaccinated several times. I think I've either taken 3 or 4 vaccinations. I think I've taken 4, I believe. And I will take another vaccination by October. See, this is October now, so I will probably take one middle October to the end of October. I will take another COVID vaccination. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy about it, but I look at it like this. This is what is here to help me and keep me healthy, and I'm going to take it. So I was vaccinated as a child, and that helped me get through school and stay well and healthy. And I know that this COVID vaccine will do the same. So I don't know, you know, wherever you stand on the vaccine, I hope that your belief system will keep you healthy. And I do believe that has a lot to do with it. If you believe you're going to be healthy with this COVID vaccine, that will really help the vaccine work. So, you know, I don't know if y'all saw this, and if you do look at alternative news, and I don't know if this has been on CNN or anything, but New Zealand Prime Minister Hipkins, he's in the middle of his re-election campaign. He's got COVID, and it's like 2 weeks before they vote, and he had to just isolate himself. He couldn't go on, you know, so he's been a little sick. It's not as horrible as it used to be, because a lot of us have been vaccinated or we've already been sick, so we have some immunity to it. So it's not really, we're not getting the death tolls, thank God, that we were. But that is because of the vaccine. It really is. And I did get COVID. You know, people will say, well, I got vaccinated and I still got sick. Yeah, it's not that you won't get COVID, it's that you won't die from COVID. Your body will already know and recognize that it needs to attack this COVID and not let it go run rampant in your body before, you know, your body has time to get rid of it. So it just gives it a little muscle to fight it off. All right, guys, so that's all I have to talk about today. Thank you for tuning in. If you'd like to get a reading with me, please look down below. I'm leaving my email. I also do chakra balancing, healing sessions, and energy work. If you have a need, please reach out to me. Love you guys so much. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and bye for now.